Hi guys, welcome back to another glorious Napoleon Total War online battle on the most iconic map of them all, Waterloo once again guys, and we are assaulting, me and Carl, once again playing together, assaulting the British and Prussians. I am playing France, he is playing the Ottomans, so an unholy alliance versus Britain and Prussia on the Waterloo map. Now the requirements for this game were max 2 artillery, no fixed and no unicorns, plus max 5 lights. So let's get into the armies. Now my own army over here has 2 units of the 6-pounder horse artillery hiding in the trees over here. We have 3 of the standard chasseurs of the standard lights over there. We have 4 of the Polish Legion. What glorious troops they are. We saw them in our last Waterloo battle, how good they are in melee, how long they last. 2 of the standard Swiss foot. 1 militia regiment, 1 of the National Guard over here, 1 as a meat shield. There they are, looking very nice indeed. And 1 unit of the Old Guard, and somewhat rogue choice, 1 unit of these glorious Guard seamen. Look at these boys. They are absolutely stunning. What a fantastic unit. And 4 units of the standard chasseur à cheval. And as you can see, we are already going for a charge up the hill. So let us pause for a second before we get into the battle. We have on the Carl side, as the Ottomans, we have 6 of the Janissaries, these sword-wielding units, absolute beasts in melee, as you can probably tell. 5 units of the Nizam-I Cadet light infantry. I don't know how I'm saying that still. I don't know whether I'm still saying that wrong or what. And then, how many of these guys? 8 of the Nizam-I Cadet infantry. And he is led by a standard general's bodyguard, as both of us are. I believe everyone is led by a standard general's bodyguard. And then across from us, we have the British with 3 units of the glorious Rifles Sharps Regiment, 2 units of the 5-inch howitzers. We have 6 units of the foot, 2 of the King's German Legion foot, and 3 of the light dragoons. So not really any properly elite troops. And I'm surprised, where did all this money go? Okay, so it's 4 rifles. So the rifles are reasonably expensive. But I don't know, where did all his money go? Just quantity of troops, I believe. And then Prussia across this side. 2 units of the 12-pounder foot artillery. Very long-range artillery. 6 units of the standard Prussian musketeers. 2 units of these foot guards, a very elite Prussian regiment. 1 unit of the 8th Life Regiment. Look at these boys, ready to go, very elite. And 1 unit of the Landwehr, a militia unit. On top of that, he has 1 unit of hussars. So not many cavalry. I'm surprised, like, where did all these guys' money go? Especially the British. And as you can see, we are starting our assault. So let's get into the battle, guys, with a great big cavalry charge by the chasseurs à cheval. Getting into the battle, trying to take out those cannons was basically what we were trying to do. And as you can see, he does get some really decent cavalry shots off at us. But we just needed to keep going, get through and take out those cannons, because we knew they were going to be absolutely brutal in this battle. And of course, I'm the only cavalry in our army. Of course, Carl has his melee troops, but no cavalry. And we got kind of stuck on this side, but that was okay. Over on this side, though, we did manage to get into those 5-inch howitzers. As you can see, they're starting to die. And our horses are going to be spent at that point. Apart from these guys, we managed to get them away as quick as we can. So,
our men are running, sir.
Halted these boys, and they are going to get shot. Here they go. Nice. Good shooting, boys. Pick those light dragoons off. And as you can see, we are going for an all-out assault on the left-hand side of the map, which is normally what you do with a standard Waterloo battle. You always go for that left-hand side because it's slightly easier to take. But as you can see, the Prussian troop sees this and decides that it's time to try and flank us, which was a very good move by him. Because if he'd have just stayed up here, we would have systematically destroyed one army and then the next, just because of overwhelming numbers of troops. But as you can see, he's doing the clever thing and coming out to try and take down the Ottoman flank on this side. But up front of us, they didn't really face much resistance up here, and I'm not sure whether this British player was slightly new or something. But obviously you want to put as much resistance around here and around on this side to shoot down at the enemy. But all we had were rifles, which was not really a huge amount of resistance. And as you can see, the great Janissaries are lining up, ready to do some serious damage. He does manage to get this howitzer going again, but it's not going to be able to do as much damage as we saw in that last battle, guys. Over here, Prussian troops facing off against the Nizam Kadit infantry, light infantry, which is going to be very decent. Decent fighting over this side. But as you can see, here comes the boys. And I was sending my Polish Legion straight up the hill, ready to do some damage as well. So here come the boys, here come the Janissaries, trying to take this house from the standard foot regiment. And here they go, so loud, I bet you can't even hear me right now. But here the Janissaries go into Hougoumont, ready to go. And I don't believe Papayot got used at all. La Haye Saint, I'm not sure whether La Haye Saint got used at all either. But here they go, here the boys go. And as you can see, we are sending streaming troops up through this empty gap that he left. And sending them straight into melee against the King's German Legion foot. Here they go, fantastic. And he is bringing his troops up. We have our Polish Legion fighting side by side with the Janissaries against this foot unit, and they are going to do very well. Over here, see how this flank is going. It's going pretty decently because of this lights. And the Prussian troop, he did have some lights. 4 Silesian Schutzen, they were hiding when we did the army composition. So just to add those ones on, guys, that's where all his money went because they're expensive. So 4 of the Silesian Schutzen, but he's not using them to great effect, not skirmishing with the troops. And as you can see, he does bring a charge in for the Hussars, but they manage to get routed. They're absolutely shattered. Over here on this left-hand side, look at what's happening. He's now brought his cavalry in to try and deal with the Janissaries, but I don't believe that's going to work too well for him. He even brings, even starts targeting us down with his howitzer, but of course that is even damaging his own troops. Let's have a look at this. Let's get in the thick of the battle here. Look at that. Fighting among the hills. Fantastic. Charging up the hill. Doing what Mikulny couldn't do. And taking the hill. Over here, you can see the superiority of the Prussian troops would normally win out here. But without his skirmishers in front, they effectively... Karl has double the sort of firing power that they do, which is causing their troops to get broken. And I brought my 6-pounder horse artillery out here as well, ready to fire some canister shot into these boys. And watch this, there it goes, shredding those troops. And we have taken Hougoumont, something the French couldn't do at Waterloo. And as you can see, getting streaming troops up here, streaming them as fast as we can. And the Janissaries doing some serious damage. But he has his light dragoons there ready to go. But we managed to get some good shots off into them as well. So decent there. And some great work by the Janissaries. They are so strong in this battle. So strong. And as you can see, I'm trying to bring my chasseurs into that general staff and get rid of him. But over here, the Prussian flank has started to crumble with troops running away all over the place. And we had our 6-pounder horse artillery in here. Also had this one ready to fight. We do manage to kill that British general. And at that point, I was happy with how my cav had done, and I wasn't too bothered whether they decided to run. But at this point, I needed to move forward, so we're bringing up the further troops. I didn't even need to use my militia because he left such a big gap open. So at this point, we needed to go and get going as fast as we could and pounce on the reeling forces who have been forced backwards by our quick assault on the left flank. And as you can see, the Prussians are forming a decent line over here. But you can see this right flank is really strong for them, so they should try and flank around that side. But, of course, Karl is bringing up some more infantry to plug those holes there. And here come the Janissaries once again. Here they come, boys. Let's go. Janissary assault. Maybe that's what this will be called. The Janissary assault on Waterloo. But it was really good, really decent fighting. And we were just pushing as far forward and as fast as we could. But really, Karl is leading the way. He is leading the way once again. Getting rid of those howitzers. And as you can see, this chasseur did live. And I managed to get him out the back and destroy his cannons. Which was a really decent result for us. Getting rid of those cannons was something that we needed to do. Otherwise, we would be charging into canister shot. And no one wants to do that, guys. Promise me. I promise you. No one wants to do that. But look at this. Here come the Janissaries once again. Fighting against the foot guards, which is very strong. And we do take La Haye Sainte just with one of these guys, just to make sure that they don't jump in there and try and do some damage. But pushing forward with the French troops over here, trying to get some action, trying to get against the British, but they were just in full retreat at this point. So we are doing a chasing battle. And I even forgot about these two units, but luckily we didn't need them. But look at the dead over here. The Janissaries just putting in serious work. Come on, rifles, fire away, boys! These Janissaries do run, but they've done enough damage by this point that you can see the center of the Prussians has kind of folded away, and the whole right flank has folded in on itself. And of course, Karl is going to exploit that with some very well-timed volleys into these boys. He is going to take this house, but of course at this point it doesn't really matter too much. One thing that was quite annoying was, for some reason, horse artillery glitches out an extreme amount in this game, and these horse artillery glitched out straight away. And I brought these guys up here, but he is going to get a decent charge off into them. There we go. The French firing into the British on the ridge of Waterloo. Fantastic. Something that we've not seen for a little while. And here come the Guard seamen. I don't know what I was doing. I think I accidentally told them to charge when it was the National Guard I meant to tell to charge. But at this point, we have them fully flanked. But of course, look at the amount of troops he's got in this house. Absolutely obscene amount of troops. I kind of needed my cannons to get in on the action and start firing at them. Here come the National Guard. Oh, we run them back because they can't form square. But he's going to do something very clever here and charge down the hill. But in fact, charge at my 6-pounder horse artillery. And that was a bit of a shame because I knew we needed horse artillery. Well, we didn't need it, but it would have been a better thing to have horse artillery to get into that building, ready to fire down the building, so it forces him to get out. But here we are, just sending them back in full retreat all over the place. Really good flanking maneuvers, really strong attacks from Karl once again, as we've come to know and love on the channel. His very aggressive, very effective play. That is really excellent to watch. I forgot about those chasseurs, not going to lie. But luckily we didn't need them. Here go the National Guard. Come on, boys, let's go. Charge! Are you just jogging? Charge! Charge! Oh my god, no! Don't fire! Face to face! Oh my god, this might be the thumbnail, not gonna lie. Face to face! Go on, boys! I'm pretty sure I told them to charge. There we are! I've not seen that before. I didn't even realise that was happening in the thing. Oh my god. As you can see, these light dragoons going after the guard seamen. The guard seamen are very strong in melee, and we're going to bring the general through. Here is the fighting. Had my chasseurs out here trying to help Karl bring down these foot guards, and they managed to do that. But this building is gone. The Ottomans have taken it once and for all. And as you can see, the National Guard not doing too well, but doing well enough. And here go the Old Guard, ready to fire into these foot units that have come back from routing the Polish Legion, which is excellent troops. Done very well. The Guard Seamen, what amazing, beautiful unit that is. Very well designed. Fantastic. As you can see, though, everyone is just starting to crumble in front of us. Who's running? Oh, the militia, the Guard, National Guard. Come on, guys. After that face-to-face battle. Never seen that before, not going to lie. He still does have a decent amount of troops, but as you can see, we do just have overwhelming numbers superiority at this point. So there's only one way this is going to go, and here go the Old Guard. Took a few losses in that, but let's watch them. Their great volley. Come on, boys, fire away. And as you can see, they were firing at the right-hand side, but had to tell them to fire forward, which was a bit annoying. But the Polish Legion got to fire into the flank of this 8th Light Regiment. And let's watch. 150 they've got about now. But we need to reload. Let's wait for these boys to reload, and they should get a volley off soon. But here, another volley. Just shredding these boys. Shredding this 8th Light Regiment. Constant fire into it. Constant casualties lost. Fantastic fighting. This Old Guard is taking some battering, but he is going to be able to scare these guys away. Yeah, the Guard Seamen. I mean, we came around to try and flank, but we didn't even really need to at this point. There's just so few troops left. Karl has an absolutely obscene amount of troops left. Look at this. But, I mean, even back here, there's troops left. These 6-pounders glitching out was very annoying. Got those chasseurs still back there. They're my reserves, guys. Just meta tactic. Yeah, that's what I tell myself. This Old Guard did take an absolute shredding, but that was because all these units were focusing them down. I don't know why I put these guys in square. I think because of their general staff. We're going to bring them forward once again into the fight. Ready to go. This Old Guard really duking it out with the 8th Life Regiment. Who's going to win, guys? Looks very close at the minute. Very close. And the Old Guard rout. Fortunately for us, unlike the real thing, the Old Guard routing on this Waterloo map is not the death knell for the army. Here come the General. Come on, General, let's go! Half of you just missed this unit, but okay. Well done, boys. Getting into that 8th Life Regiment. This foot guard down to 44 and still fighting on. Absolutely wonderful performance by them. And the rest of the troops firing away at the foot. So a very quick battle for a 2v2, honestly. Very quick and very fun. Very tactical. We fought, we pushed through. It was just because it was so easy to push through this way. We just managed to fold around and fold all up the flank. Karl obviously folding them on the right flank as well. So it was a double fold. Really good. Karl, of course, very aggressive and very strong fighting once again. And I was just in support, really. Trying to get his general staff here, though. Let's see, who's used all their ammunition? I think it was this Polish Legion. So they fought really well. And there we go. The final units. The final countdown. And that was it, guys. So here we are. So my kills weren't actually that good, but I was just supporting Karl. I did have a lot of troops, I had a lot of troops left, but Karl, that is an obscene amount of kills. 1,969. Crazy amount of kills. And Beto with the British on that side, 1,700. Really good performance there. Really good performance. But of course, we just had too many troops in the end. And let's see how many kills some of these guys got. 113 for that Polish Legion. Very decent. 112. Some of these Polish, 97, 98. Chasseurs, 88. Very good, actually. Guard Seamen, not as much. That old guard did not do that well. But some of the worst were the Chasseurs. A cheval, because we sent them into the battle. And of course, 6-pounder horse artillery got stuck. Is probably not going to have that many kills. But I thought it was an excellent battle once again, guys. Very fun. Spanning the whole Waterloo map. 2v2. Fantastic, massive battle. The Janissary Assault, I think we'll call this. Maybe. We'll see. See what the title is, guys. But thank you very much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It is amazing. Helps us out so much. So thank you very much for watching once again, guys, and I'll see you again on the next video.